Did you know that the human brain, the most complex organ in the body, is also one of the most vulnerable to tumors? In fact, brain tumors are among the most common and deadly forms of cancer worldwide. What if I told you that the very thing that makes our brains so powerful, their ability to grow and adapt, also makes them prone to tumors? How does this happen, and what can we do about it? Imagine waking up one day with a headache that just won't go away. You brush it off, but over time, it gets worse. What you don't know is that your brain, the control center of your body, could be harboring a silent intruder. The brain is a marvel of nature, but it has a dark secret. Despite its incredible complexity, it's surprisingly susceptible to tumors. Why is that? What makes the brain so prone to these dangerous growths? Every year, thousands of people are diagnosed with brain tumors, and many of them don't even know it until it's too late. Understanding why brains are prone to tumors could be the key to saving lives. Let's dive in and uncover the truth and discover how they are treated as well. The brain's unique microenvironment, including the blood-brain barrier, can influence tumor development. This barrier may allow certain substances to affect brain cells differently than cells in other parts of the body. The interactions between tumor cells and the surrounding neural tissue can create a supportive environment for tumor growth, making it easier for tumors to develop and thrive. The brain has a unique relationship with the immune system, which may affect tumor development. The immune response in the brain can be different from that in other tissues, potentially allowing tumors to evade detection and destruction. Research suggests that the brain's immune environment may be less effective at combating tumor cells compared to other areas of the body, contributing to tumor growth. Genetic factors contribute significantly to brain tumors. The brain contains a variety of cell types, including neurons and glial cells, which can undergo mutations leading to tumor formation. Certain genetic predispositions can increase the likelihood of developing brain tumors, as some individuals may inherit mutations that affect cell growth and division. Exposure to environmental factors, such as radiation, is another significant risk factor for brain tumors. This is particularly relevant for individuals who have undergone radiation therapy for other conditions. Other environmental toxins and chemicals may also play a role in increasing the risk of brain tumors, although research is ongoing to identify specific agents. Age is a significant risk factor, as the likelihood of developing brain tumors increases with age. This may be due to the accumulation of genetic mutations over time. Hormonal changes, particularly during puberty and pregnancy, may also influence the development of certain types of brain tumors, although the exact mechanisms are not fully understood. Other scientists argue the brain is no more prone to tumors than are the body's other main organs, but when abnormal growths attack the brain, they are often difficult to counter. Not all brain tumors are malignant, which are cancerous growths that can invade nearby tissues and spread to other parts of the body. In fact, about half known as primary growths are benign, which are non-cancerous growth that do not invade nearby tissues or spread to other parts of the body. But they are all serious. The brain is a compact organ encased with the skull and without much room to move. If that were not so, the brain would be under repeated and excessive stress, particularly when we engage in sports and other vigorous activities. A tumor growing in or on the brain causes pressure. Brain tissue may be compressed against another tissue, against the various layers of the meningeal membrane, or against the skull itself. At first, the victim might suffer mild headaches. These might become rapidly more severe. Vision might become blurry on one or both eyes, leading to blindness. Sometimes hearing or sense of smell are lost, or change radically. Anybody suffering a headache should see a doctor immediately. A doctor told about these symptoms will carry out a series of tests, usually of the reflexes and muscles. The doctor can test, but without the benefit of modern diagnostic devices that are available usually only in hospitals, he cannot peer into the brain. If a tumor is suspected, the patient will need a specialist help. The new technologies, such as the magnetic resonance imaging, MRI, can produce sharp cross-sectional images that can pinpoint abnormalities that could otherwise go undetected. Once specialists have located the tumor, they will decide whether or not it can be removed without damaging the brain. The other is whether the tumor is benign or malignant, which no one can tell for certain until the tumor is removed and tested. Benign tumors are usually clearly defined, and the chances of their successful removal are much higher, especially on the brain's outer surface. Cancerous cells usually extend further into the brain tissues, and the outlook in such cases is less hopeful. Fewer than 1 in 5 patients survive for a year after the diagnosis of this kind of cancer. Even when growths are inaccessible, methods exist to shrink them. In one, a computer-guided laser needle vaporizes the tumor. Others bombard the tumor with radiation or anti-tumor chemicals. Serious as brain tumors undoubtedly are, victims can take hope. Areas of the brain that yesterday were beyond the bounds of surgery have now become routinely accessible.